It is Wednesday, March the 13th. They are currently debating TikTok and whether to have a ban on TikTok. It is a bit complex explaining how the ban will work, but basically they'll have 6 months, ByteDance, who own TikTok, 6 months to sort it out. Interestingly enough, it looks like it could be banned just as we head into the month of the election if the vote goes through. I'm going to put some volume up because we're expecting Marjorie Taylor Greene to speak. So it'll be interesting what she has to say. The picture's not brilliant. Sorry about that. But it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. What do you expect? What do you need? As long as you can hear her. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
On January 2nd of 2022, Twitter banned me.
Good move.
Personal account,
Oh.
on which I was campaigning for Congress,
Tiny Valley.
and using my free speech to inform the voters in my district they can vote for me.
She holds that light.
This was not by a company owned by China. This was by American-owned Twitter. This came on the heels of our own United States government working with big tech and working with social media companies to censor and ban Americans' free speech.
But Trump was in charge at the time.
This bill can cause future problems. It's opening Pandora's box, and I'm opposed to this bill. Most Americans don't trust the United States government because of our experience dealing with it.
Not true.
Never forget that the United States government also was the one that provided the Russia hoax to Americans.
What has this got to do with TikTok?
Worked to ban Americans' free speech.
But you're speaking now.
Also has worked in so many ways to illegally, warrantless spy on Americans through FISA. If we wanted to be serious about stopping a foreign adversary,
We'd ban you.
if we wanted to be serious about stopping China, we would stop China from buying our U.S. farmland. We would raise up our American energy independence. We would also stop the Green New Deal and not rely on China, who owns and operates 85%
Go on, Marge.
of the market worldwide. There are dangers that lie ahead in this. This is really about controlling Americans' data.
Yes.
And if we cared about Americans' data, then we would stop the sale of Americans' data universally, not just with...
Well, we wouldn't sell it to political parties who want to use it for their own benefit.
This is a Pandora's box.
Yes.
What's to stop Congress or the United States government in the future from forcing the sale of another social media company claiming that it's protecting Americans' data from foreign adversaries? I think we could see in the future another Russia, and possibly force the sale of X, as many members in this body.
Oh, so now Elon Musk is giving money to the Trump campaign. That's what she's getting at.
Elon Musk's purchase of X that restored
Oh.
my social media account on Twitter.
Oh,
To have my free
poor
speech
you.
back on Twitter. There's also members of this body, the Democrats are claiming that election meddling can happen on social media.
Yep.
Well, we can never forget Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook.
We can never forget January the 6th.
That happened there. And by the way, American-owned Facebook and Instagram is where most of the garbage, like the gender lies and the woke lies,
But have you Googled the pipe bomber, Marge?
Americans and many teenagers believe awful things, and they don't just see them on TikTok.
They see them on your blue tick Twitter accounts.
I don't think this will accomplish what the goal is to accomplish.
No.
So there's other concerns, I think, here, is that when the government moves into forcing the sale of TikTok, who
Okay, Marge.
That's the question that we should be asking.
Is
Who
it?
will buy it? Who will be the next to control the data of
I feel like a hot chocolate.
170 million Americans?
Marshmallows, Marge.
Trust Mark Zuckerberg to control their data? I certainly don't. By the way, most of the time, my posts on Facebook are shadow banned.
Well, they're rubbish, Marge.
To reach
Boring.
social media account. I think that there's many other ways to protect data, and I think this body is capable of it if we
General
choose
lady's
to.
time has expired.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Go away. Well, there we are, in real time. Marjorie Taylor Greene, whinging, moaning, whining, whinging, moaning, whining. Oh! It's weird. Nancy Pelosi came along and actually spoke about it in a really honest way, explaining they weren't totally going to TikTok, it wasn't going to disappear. They were just going to find ways of making it probably more reliable and more safe. That's it. Mr. Angry, Chip Roy's here. Let's see what Chip Roy's got to say. Shh, Dorothy. The guy behind Chip Roy? Oh, I thought he had rigor mortis. Well, Chip Roy and Marjorie Taylor Greene having a total opposing view on TikTok. Marjorie Taylor Greene, to be fair, sounded like she was lobbying on behalf of Elon Musk and Twitter. Okay, last one.
Disagree with this approach and bill that could impact 170 million Americans who use TikTok. 1/3 of all U.S. adults use the app, and millions of entrepreneurs and small business owners use the platform to support their family. And yes, just like every other social media platform, there is misinformation and privacy concerns on TikTok, and I share those. However, it's important that we don't treat TikTok differently than other platforms. If we're going to address this issue, we've got to take the same approach to all social media platforms. We can't just
good point.
One. Now, I join many of my colleagues and the ACLU in voicing concern over the freedom of expression. Now, I'm a strong supporter of ensuring that TikTok remains an open marketplace, and there's no guarantee in this bill that there won't be an interruption of service that could lead to an end of this app. I don't think we fully appreciate the impact this is going to have, and for that, I'm a strong no. Thank you, and I yield back.
Okay, your thoughts while this debate goes on. Your thoughts on TikTok and why? Why have the Republicans literally changed their position? Why?